Hey e-commerce marketing podcast listener, I wanted to let you know that we have created 16 e-commerce marketing videos for you. You can download these free videos by visiting ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/videos or by texting the word videos to +1 480 418 1411. These step-by-step video marketing tutorials will teach you how to drive more traffic to your e-commerce website, how to get more backlinks to your e-commerce website, and how to optimize your website to get more paid customers. Get the videos right now by visiting ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/videos or by texting videos to +1 480 418 1411. Welcome to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Today's guest is Dennis Moons. Dennis started his own marketing agency 5 years ago, and he has been focused on helping online stores increase traffic and sales. He shares a lot of those lessons on his blog, Store Growers, where he writes about e-commerce marketing topics like Google Analytics and how you can advertise successfully with Google Adwords. Today, we're going to be focusing on AdWords and how e-commerce businesses can use AdWords. Welcome to the e-commerce marketing podcast, Dennis. How are you doing?
Hi, Robert. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. If you can just quickly give us a quick background on yourself, how you started the marketing agency, why you focus on AdWords, and just your whole website and blog, Store Growers.
Yeah, sure. So about 5 years ago, I was doing an internship in a company, and basically I was the only one in charge of online marketing, and I started experimenting, trying to grow this business with all kinds of online marketing, everything from SEO to pay-per-click to actually going to email campaigns, everything. And afterwards, when that finished, like after about a year, I was trying to figure out like what to do next. And the more I was talking to companies, the more I saw that actually their own marketing departments, they were still looking at marketing from like an old school perspective, and the online part wasn't really developed well. So I saw this opportunity to really go and help all kinds of businesses to get online and to figure out what to do and how to use it, to use the digital channels. By doing that for a couple of years, I came across AdWords and pay-per-click marketing, and I saw that was really like something that I saw that was really a really good driver for new business, because a business could see the money they put in, and then actually they could see exactly what came out. There's no guesses to did this contribute to the revenue, or is this actually of any benefit to the business? They could really see like what's happening, money in and money out. And I've been doing that for all kinds of businesses, and more it has gone to online stores and helping them figure out like what to do with their online advertising, because there's so many options and so many things to learn that as a store owner, you don't really have time to stay up to date on all those changes and all those platforms. And that's really, to be successful and to really be on the edge of those campaigns, it's like staying up to date is one of the big things you need to do.
So it's really a challenge to stay up to date to all these digital marketing channels and strategies. And I guess with you, since you focus a lot on Google AdWords, that has always been a challenge to a lot of e-commerce stores, because a lot of them just don't have the time they need to take to learn how to set up everything. And hopefully today, with what we're going to be talking about, hopefully you'll give us like some tips and strategies on how they can successfully set that up. Actually, just quickly, why should stores and e-commerce businesses give Google AdWords a shot? Why is it important for them to try it as a channel for bringing in customers?
Yeah, sure. Good question. I find that it's one of the few marketing channels with which you can drive targeted traffic immediately to your stores. And what I mean with targeted traffic is that it's traffic with intent. People that come from Google AdWords, they're searching in Google for a specific answer to their problem, or they're looking for a specific product. So actually, they're already in the mindset of figuring something out. And if you compare that, for example, with a banner ad or an advertisement on Facebook, where somebody's actually, they're on Facebook to stay up to date with what their family and friends are doing. And then as an advertiser, if you're on that platform, your goal is to interrupt what they're doing and to take them back to your site. But with AdWords, it's completely different. Like these people, they're already searching for searching for things that are really related to your business. So that's the first really important difference with any other kind of marketing channel. A second one is that it gives you complete control over your ads. You as an advertiser, you choose for which search queries you want to appear and for which you don't want to appear. You control your message and also the destination where you will send people, meaning that you'll get traffic to your product pages, which is traffic that matters because often you see people doing interesting things with content marketing or with social media, but then usually the result of a click on one of those platforms or if the content is being shared, it goes to a blog or it goes to some other place than actually the product page, which is where most of the magic happens. And then the third, last big reason why I think people should get into it is that you're able to track everything from the click to the order. So it's really you really see what you're putting in and what you're getting out, making it really transparent to see if it's actually of any value to your business.
Okay, so it makes it just easier to track the ROI.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and how can stores get started using AdWords and how do they use it effectively?
Yeah, you can see immediately if AdWords is something for your store, if it's right for your store. If right now your customers are actively searching for what you have to offer. So if you're already getting a lot of traffic, organic free traffic from Google, that means that can also be interesting to use AdWords. If no one is looking for your products or your products are hard to describe, that might indicate that it might be a bit more of a challenge because there's not going to be people really looking for your products. So it's going to be hard to use with AdWords. Another way to use AdWords effectively is that the more specific you are, the better it's working. If someone is looking for, let's say, a specific type of t-shirt, because let's say they want to go running and they need something that will dry quickly. So if you're selling that as a store and your advertisement is around all kinds of fitness gear, it's not going to be that effective. So the more specific you are, the more effective it's going to be. And then apart from that, until now, I've been talking mainly about text advertisements. These are the ads that you see in the Google search results. A second or another part of Google AdWords and one that's growing is Google Shopping. And Google Shopping is actually a type of advertisement, which is called a product ad. And it will show you an image of the product you're searching for, a price, and a couple of details. And I've seen that, especially with new stores, to be really effective. Because people that are searching for products, they want to see products. So if you can show an image of something that they're looking for, it will get a lot more clicks versus a text ad that describes what they are looking for. So yeah, if you get a lot of people searching for your products, it will be of value. And second, the Google Shopping, it really adds another dimension to the ads.
Okay, and where do you go? I guess this question might be a beginner question, but where do you go to set up all of this? Where do you go to set up the Google Shopping or just the Google AdWords?
Well, it's if you sign up, you can sign up for free for a Google AdWords account, and from there you do everything on the actual website.
Okay.
You enter the keywords you want to appear for. You enter some advertisements for those specific keywords, and then you will go on creating it like that. And it might be a bit overwhelming if you're first logging into it, but Google has a lot of, especially for beginners, a lot of good guides that will actually take you through the process of what to click and which information to enter where. So usually you can get your feet wet by using that, like just trying it and then using the free materials provided by Google.
Do you have you created any guides since you talk a lot, you always give a lot of tips on Google AdWords. Do you have any resources that people can go to?
Yeah, certainly. Since I mentioned that Google has created a lot of stuff for you to get started easily. And that's really what I see. Like they teach you what to click and which information to find where. But what is more important once you get running, it's not that which menu can you find which report in. It's more you want to know, okay, I'm spending all this money and I'm seeing something come out or nothing come out yet. How can I improve that? So a lot of the work I've been doing on my blog is writing about that, specifically about that is how do you optimize your campaigns. And actually I created an ebook called Online Advertising Success. It's a free ebook you can download on my website, and it talks about the exact strategies that I use to get a campaign that's up and running to improve that. It will give you a lot of tweaks and insights to show you how to take that campaign to the next level.
Okay. And for the listeners, you can get to that ebook by going to storegrowers.com/online-advertising-success-ebook. That's storegrowers.com. If you go to the website, you'll find it there. So why is it always so hard to make Google AdWords work for businesses?
Yeah, that's a good question, and the reason for that is it's a pretty old platform, so it's been around for a while, and that means that there's a lot of competition on the platform, and a lot of competition means that there's not a lot of room for mistakes. The cost per click is high, so for new advertisers that don't know what's going on or that haven't optimized their campaigns right from the start, they can lose a lot of money. And at first, it's all about making the right settings and tweaks. And then as soon as you got that in place, it's all about discovering what works for your store. I can be saying, okay, try. There's a couple of things that are true for any kind of campaign, but most of the specifics, and it really depends on your store, what you're selling, who you're selling it to, of course, your margins. So you're going to have to play with that. And that really requires continuous effort for you to learn new things and to also take the time to go in and actually see what's going on. Yeah. So that's something I really see, like people that take the time to people that know up front to take the time to learn it and to see what's going on and to try to understand it. That's really those are really the advertisers and the stores that prevail in the end.
Okay, so and once you set it up, will it be an ongoing process where you always modify and optimize as you're watching the results, or can you just set it and forget it?
No, actually, the set it and forget it. It will work for a little bit, but you'll soon see the effectiveness of your campaigns falling back, because the way you get to better results, it's always to improve on what's going on. So if you're not looking at your campaigns for, let's say, a couple of months, you won't have that edge compared to another store that is like looking for which is the best advertisement to write, because that's one of the keys to getting AdWords to work, is constantly be on the lookout for better keywords, constantly refining your advertisements that are appearing for specific keywords, making them better, making them more relevant to what the user is searching for. So that's really an ongoing effort.
And what are some mistakes people make when they're running a Google AdWords campaign?
Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes, it might sound a bit weird to your listeners, but it's trusting Google too much, especially when you're going through the setup as a new advertiser. If you're setting everything up, Google will make some suggestions, and since it's the first time that you're using the platform, you don't really know like what they are suggesting, or like what the different options are. So you're gonna trust them, right? Mm-hmm. It's a big company; they know what they're doing. But actually, there's a couple of things that they're a bit sneaky with, and those are mistakes that actually will make it harder for you to turn a profit. And one of the biggest ones is the difference between the different networks they have. They have two places where you can advertise. One is in the search results, and one is on all kind of third-party websites. So these are websites that Google has an agreement with to display their advertisements on their site. This can be sites like any kind of blog or a news website or something. And most people, when they come to AdWords, their goal is to be in those search results. But actually, when you're setting up a campaign, by default, you're opting into not only being visible in the search results, but also on all of those other websites. And actually, that's a really, it might seem like a small thing, but I've seen companies that thought they were only advertising in the search network and not really seeing any results from it. Then we went into their account and we discovered that 70% of what they're spending on advertisement is actually being spent on websites that have nothing to do with their business. So that's a really, really important distinction to be made, and one that Google continues to be like a bit hiding from new advertisers. A second very similar problem is the one of negative keywords. So negative keywords, when you're creating a campaign, you're actually looking for you're actually trying to imagine, okay, if I was a user, if I was my own customer, what keywords would I be using to find my products? And you're gonna create a whole list of those keywords. And negative keywords actually is the complete opposite. It would be the equivalent would be like, what searches, if somebody searched for that term, which searches would you want to not appear for? This can be products that you don't sell, or it can be maybe brands that you don't sell, or irrelevant search queries. And actually, Google will give you the exact search query that people use. So it's really, really valuable to go through that list and discover if you're appearing for certain searches where actually you won't make a sale anyway. So you can then take those keywords and exclude them from your campaigns. So that's also next to the display versus search networks. That's the second big mistake that I see is not using negative keywords in your campaigns. And then another, it's a bit more a global mistake is not knowing your numbers. And that means not only not having any idea of the if there's sales coming in, but it also means like up to which point can you spend to get a customer, until which point does it make sense to continue using advertisements. Because some stores, it depends on your strategy, but some stores they will never get profitable and spend and not be close to profitability on their ads. So that's really like something to really take into account, that you know how much your campaigns are bringing in. Google gives all the tools for you to know it, to set up conversion tracking so you can see exactly which click resulted in which revenue. So as an advertiser, or as a store, it's if you're interested in running these campaigns, it's essential for you to also set this up, that you can track these numbers.
Okay. Dennis, thanks a lot for coming on the show and just breaking down Google AdWords. It's usually very challenging for store owners. We've had requests for this type of episode, so I really appreciate you coming on the show and just breaking down everything.
Oh, great! It was nice talking to you about it.
Okay, so if people want to reach you, how can they find you?
Well, the easiest would be to check out my site, storegrowers.com. That's where I write most.
Okay.
That's where I write most about e-commerce. They can also find me on Twitter, but that's all through the website. You will find all the links and all the social profiles through that.
Any final thoughts on what we've talked about today?
Yeah, it can feel like pretty overwhelming to get started, and especially at the end I talked about everything that could go wrong and how Google is secretly trying to screw you a little bit as well. If you feel that AdWords could be something for you, I would commit some money and time to really try it out and to really see if it can work for you. Don't expect it to be profitable from day one, but know that if you spend some time like understanding and learning it, that it can really benefit your business.
Okay. And lastly, I usually ask all the guests this question at the end. What is the one thing an e-commerce business can do right now to help the business grow, get traffic, get sales?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, one thing that's also related to AdWords is that Google has part of AdWords. They have a free tool called the Keyword Planner, and that actually it's there. It allows you to tap into all the searches that are happening on Google.com. And if you put in some of the keywords for your business, for some of the products that you sell or some of the categories, you'll be able to select the location and the language of people searching, and you'll be able to see how many people are searching for those exact keywords. And Google will also give you a couple of related searches. So you can use this tool and this information to first see if you're using those exact keywords on your product pages. And you can see also those volumes to see if it would make sense and see the potential of using something like AdWords for your business.
Okay, Dennis. Again, thank you for coming to the e-commerce marketing podcast.
It was thanks for having me.
Okay, take care. Thank you for listening to the e-commerce marketing podcast. Join the e-commerce marketing podcast Facebook group to learn, connect, collaborate, and grow with other e-commerce marketers at ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/FB. ecommercemarketingpodcast.com/FB. Subscribe to us on iTunes by searching for e-commerce marketing podcast, and please leave a rating and a review. Thank you for listening. See you next time.